this year, we had a great group of kids. We had 3 first-year players. 2 of them stepped into some pretty big shoes and had a lot of people worried, but by week 3, I think they cemented themselves as varsity athletes. But this year, I'd like to extend a thank you to all my parents for everything, all the support, whether they were driving kids to practice or games. We had quite the, I know it wasn't a very helpful practice schedule, but they had kids there all the time. This group, they really stepped it up in year 3. We came into it with the idea that this year was business, and anybody that went to any games, you could see that there was a clear change from year 1 to year 3. These kids came in, I think it was our most consistent practices with the full squad that we've had in 3 years, and that in itself meant a lot. Still had a couple practices where you come in and there's like 5 of us, and everything that you drew up for that day, you threw it out the window and you came up with things on the fly. But this group was great. Like Jensen said with the girls, you got guys that come in, they're here early. You still had a couple kids showing up at like 2 minutes before practice and still get your shoes on, but you can't fix that. But they came in early. There was days where I had to shoo them out of the gym and tell them, okay, I'm locking basketballs up because I haven't been home yet today. Sundays I let them pick Sunday practices, so if parents want to get upset with me, they decided when we had practices on Sundays. But we went to early practices and I had kids every Sunday. Every game, I can't thank you parents enough and all the people that came here to support. We had some very loud gyms this year for home games, and that is awesome. It's something that I haven't really seen in the 3 years that I've been here. We've had some loud gyms, but anybody that was at like our first win against Fairview, which was our first home win in, I believe, 5 years, that might have been the most exciting basketball game I've ever been to. I don't think I slept that night, and it was great. But this group worked hard. A lot of people don't see it because they just see what we show up to on game day, but behind closed doors, this group got at it. They held each other accountable. In school, they held each other accountable, kept them out of trouble for the most part. But this group really, they grew together as a family, and I can't thank these kids enough for the season we had. It was a stressful year, but it was a good one. I'd like to, after thanking my parents, I'd like to thank the coaches that helped me. Jensen kept book at all of our away games. I'd like to thank Cody Stevens for keeping book and keeping stats, even though he may not have liked it. Randy for all the stuff he does behind the scenes, our maintenance for keeping the gym great and keeping it clean. He kept stats too. But there's a lot of things that go into a basketball season, whether it's successful or whether it's not, and it's all of you guys. Getting to my awards, I have first-year player receiving a letter and first-year pin, Colin Paul. I have another first-year player receiving his letter, first-year pin, Drake Stevens. I have first-year varsity basketball player, McGregor Kerwin. One that is not here tonight, but third-year varsity player, Owen Powell. And as Duke expressed before, we had a couple of dual sport athletes this year, and that is something that when I went to school and was in athletics, you spent a lot of time in the gym, and the things that these kids are doing. We had practices from 6 o'clock to 8, even a little after at times, and this kid didn't go home. Stayed after school for wrestling, and came right to practice, and I was full of it every time he came on the floor. Third-year varsity athlete, Kian McLean. This one is a kid that really pushed my buttons this year, but a kid that I don't think has been more dedicated than anybody else. This kid is first one in the gym, first one to text me if we don't have practice, usually the last one to leave, and anybody that's tried to run a group chat with high school kids, it's crickets when you send out a text. So he was usually my second text, and he made sure that kids got the message and responded. But this is my 4-year varsity athlete and captain, Quentin Miles. This year I had 4 seniors, a group that really started it all for me, had them every year. And it's going to hurt to see these kids walk because the 4 of them are starters, and as dedicated to this program as you could ask the kids. I mean, every practice they were here, every game they were here, they were ready to go, they gave it everything they had. So starting for my seniors, I have Eli Hagelmeister. One of my other seniors that I think added to the stress in my life and maybe gave me a few early onset gray hairs, Brett Cullen. I've got a kid that put more time into this program the last couple of years than anyone can ask for, and left it all on the floor every time he stepped onto it. Senior Blake King. My final senior, I've got too many stories about this kid from practices, but another kid that showed up to every practice, whether he was dead tired, whether he was sick. Half the time I got a text that said, I don't know if Colton will be at practice, as he's walking through the door with just no color in his face, but he was there, didn't miss any practices, dedicated to this team. Senior Colton Stevens. Going on to our basketball awards, like was talked about earlier, it's hard to hand out individual awards. Because when you look at this group we've got here, we wouldn't have had the season we had without every one of them. These kids all worked hard, they had a lot to prove, and they showed it this year. We went from having a rough first 2 years to this year we were competitive with every team we stepped on the floor with. This group brought a lot of excitement, but our first award is our most improved player. And this one's a hard one to give up because you can look at so many different things. For me, the light bulb went off as I was sitting there looking at Randy's text that this kid has taken leaps and bounds from when I first seen this kid play basketball. I may name the award after him one day, but this kid went from year 1 not really being a basketball player, and he told you he was a basketball player, to senior year was a top 3 scorer, and definitely brought us a spark when we needed it. But this year's most improved player is Brett Cullen. Our next award goes to our Husky Hustler. This goes to, in my opinion, a kid that didn't miss practices, was always there, always someone you can count on, no matter the circumstance, whether they were sick, whether they were hurt, whether they had homework, or just whatever. This year's Husky Hustler goes to a senior of mine that really was one of the building blocks to the program that we started, and that goes to Colton Stevens. He also became my stat keeper when he decided to lose a couple teeth. Next award goes to our Defensive Player of the Year, a kid that matched up on, I think, one of the best players of any team, and he wanted it. He wanted to match up against the best player on each team. The kid put up numbers in rebounds and blocks that I haven't seen in a long time. But this year's Defensive Player of the Year goes to Quentin Miles. So the girls had a coach's award this year, and I put a little spin on it. I took it back to an award that they used to do in Hillman. I think they still do. But instead of coach's award, I went with a Spark Plug award. And this award, in my opinion, fits this kid perfectly. It's an award that goes to the kid that really you can't operate without him. He controls the emotion, he controls just everything that goes on in the gym. He gets everybody going, he controls the team, and he's just an asset to the team. This year's Spark Plug Award goes to Eli Hagmeister. Our final award is our most valuable player.
Yeah, what is it?
Just Google it. Welcome to our award. So our last award is our most valuable player. This goes to a kid that left everything out on the floor, and no matter what was thrown against him, I mean, he stepped up and he rose to the occasion. This kid was, after talking to some of the coaches at our all-conference meeting, they treated him like he would like a Stephen Curry. As soon as the kid got the ball, they'd guard him, no matter where he was out on the floor. They specialized defenses around him. And in certain games, he made sure that everyone was involved. He fed him the ball, made sure the ball got spread around. A kid that definitely is going to be missed next year, one that got us going. But our MVP this year is Blake King.